Hello everybody, it is I, Groundback, and after a long wait I finally returned to making YouTube content, and today we have the best TERA type for every KALOS Pokemon. Been a while, and normally I have like a friend with me to do these, but I figured, I don't know much about KALOS, but it's pretty small, and I've already done like 7 of these videos already, so I'm pretty sure I could probably handle this one on my own. But if I can't, you guys are more than welcome to make fun of me in the comments. That's a lie. If you make fun of me, I'll literally cry because you'll be hurting my feelings. So why don't we get started already? Let's go. Starting off, we have Chestnut. Now, pretty much for all of these, I'm probably going to have to, look them up. Chestnut recently got added in Scarlet and Violet, right? Pretty sure he did. But, a decent attack, pretty good defense, a pretty good HP as well. I don't know how I feel about that special attack. I guess. I don't know. It's not. I've seen worse, but also, bulletproof, nice ability. And it has, stuff like body press, close combat, bulk up, earthquake. How good is your special attack is garbage. So, we probably can't use any of your good, moves like Leaf Storm or whatever. But, Poison Jab, that's useful, actually. Spikes, also good. Oh, it has Trailblaze. That's the one thing I'm pretty sure I did see. And Thunder Punch, but probably not much you can really do with that. So let's see here. Grass and Fighting. You have Breloom's typing. Breloom, I know, I'm pretty sure in our video we went between TERA Grass, TERA Fighting, and also TERA Rock and Ground. If you were to give it a Rock, it would resist a lot of stuff, but I like Breloom, it doesn't have, well, it has Rock Swipe, but I don't know if that's good enough. Poison Jab to make it poison. Let's see here. If you make it poison, then it resists fighting, but not. So you're maybe this is fire and flying probably. I could see resist flying with steel, but you know what? I'm seeing a lot of different fighting moves here. I'm assuming you probably want to be TERA Fighting. Trailblaze, you boost your speed, probably Sword Stance. And then you have Superpower, close combat, body press. You have a lot of different fighting moves to hit super hard with. So that's probably what you want to go with. So yeah, let's go with TERA Fighting. Delphox. Delphox, I probably have a better idea. Just because it's a special attacking fire type. And for a special attacker, those stats are decent. Not bad. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting, not gonna lie. Yeah. Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, Grass Knot. Not bad. I was actually going to say Fairy, but now I think about it, Fire, I guess it isn't necessity. So let's see here. You're weak to the basic Fire and Psychic. Because of your Fire, you know about the Bug weakness. But I guess that wasn't the main thing you're worried about, especially not with Gen 9. So what are you more scared of? Are you more scared of your Fire or your Psychic weaknesses? Okay, with 72 defense, here's what I'm thinking. A lot of stuff that kills fire types, like ground and rock, probably gonna kill you anyway, so you probably worry about more of your special weaknesses, which would be more of your psychic. So, ghost and dark. Oh, that's the case, so you might want to, yeah, you probably do want to just end up being fairy anyways. Not to mention stab on fire, psychic, and fairy, that does make you a huge offensive threat. So, yeah, let's go with fairy. Now, Greninja. This one, I won't bother looking up, because I have looked at this before. Because I played a little bit of Gen 9 Underuse. And with Protein, it gets any set at once anyways. So I think we really want just to make this thing TERA Water. Hydro Pump hits really hard, even though when you're at the ground bag, you literally always miss Hydro Pumps. It is pain. It is Spain. And it makes you want to cry. But, that's more of a my issue, not your issue. So, like, basically, like, yeah, like, it's nice just if you want to get a really good stab on it. But also, let's say you switch your type, you can't switch back because Gen 9 was super mean to Greninja. You go back to the water, that can be pretty useful. So there probably isn't, like, much else I can really think of. But, like, if you want something else, just to whatever... Actually, no, because, like, this is, like, all forms of Greninja. So, like, Protein, Battle Bond, it probably just works better for both of them. But, yeah. Diggersby. I already know Diggersby is, like, a huge power Pokemon with both normal and ground. I'm assuming you probably want to just go with ground. I don't know if it knows Bow Jump or not. But even if it doesn't, huge power, Choice Mana, Choice Scarf. That sounds pretty good. Now, I know Talonflame is, like, used on stall teams and underused. But strangely enough, I have not yet to actually encounter it or use it myself. But that can't be the... So would it be flying or fire? Like, I'm not really sure. I know it has, like, moves for, like, both special and physical. If you had to choose one, or... I could see, like, you... Maybe defensively, but... I don't know. I don't want to do any research, because I'd rather just, like... Just try to go with knowledge that I have. And if I'm wrong, debate will be better, because maybe one of you guys will actually bad enough to, like, actually leave a comment. Which, by the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also leave a comment. Not only does it boost the algorithm, but I'm currently at 98 subscribers. I'm getting close to 100, so we are getting there. So if you want to help support the channel, that's how you do it. I'm just gonna go with flying, because I think Gale Wings, like TERA, Brave Bird, Air Slash, Acrobatics, oh, that sounds pretty good. Vivian, I will, I'm not gonna bother. It's probably just gonna be TERA Bug. Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, it's just like all the other butterflies. There's not much to it, unfortunately. Pyroar. You are interesting. So, let's see what you have. Rivalry. Oh, Moxie! With much higher special attack. What? Okay, that's depressing. Let's see here. Let's see what your coverage for your fire and normal type. Acrobatics, fire. Okay. That's incredibly disappointing. Definitely can see why this guy sucks so bad. But also really sad that he sucks so bad. Probably just TERA Fire. The only good moves I remember I saw there in that quick scoring was just fire moves. So let's just make this thing like the worst Chi-Yu that ever existed. Alright. Forages. Bulky Fairy type. You have Flower Veil and Symbiosis? Yeah, that's how you see it. What's Flower Veil do again? If this side's grass types can't have... Are both these just like doubles abilities? That is disappointing. Pretty good, really good special defense, holy crap. And pretty good special attack as well. Let's look at your coverage. A lot of grass moves, not surprising. Okay, well, that's pretty much what I would expect. You're already a fairy type, so you're already pretty bulky. And it seems like this thing's main goal is to be bulky. So, would you want to become steel? Because you could pretty much handle all of your, like, fairy weaknesses pretty easily. Yeah, I'll go with that. Like, grass would probably make more sense aesthetically. And you can probably just make the argument, just make the water. Just so that, you know, it becomes, like, the second best one, the other, like, good defensive types. But I'll just make, I think, I'm okay with, steel, personally. If you guys have any problems with that, let me know in the comments. But you probably won't because you hate me. Go-Goat. Wake me up before you go-goat. Zipper means this thing should probably be a type that's weak to grass. Alright. That, oh, I guess it could technically work as a mix attacker. Earthquake, it doesn't know Trailblaze. And those Trailblaze, No Sword Stance, was it? It knows bulk about at least. Probably make this thing Terra Ground. It can take care of the, like, fire pretty well. Sobu was the ice, but like also it's ice, so like you might just be able to OHKO it because it's weak. And then you have like good grass moves. They have TERA Boys, Bulk Up, and like yeah, I feel like that. I feel like it works decently enough. Not to mention you can easily take care of your water weakness with your grass moves. Panguru, I think that's how you say it. Ooh, Iron Fist, Mold Breaker, Scrappy. Oh, these are nice abilities. And pretty good attacks at HP, and then everything else is mid. Bullet Punches, interesting. Actually, do I even look at anything else? You're a fighting dark type. You are weak, 4 times weak to fairy. I look at everything anyways, but we also have Gunk Shot, but I think Steel. Actually, no, because like, if you're just gonna become Steel just for a stab, yeah, you might as well just make it Poison at that point. We'll put you in Poison just so you hit really hard with Gunk Shot, and also you take care of the fairy types. Furfrou, I think that's how you say it. You only have Fur Coat as an ability. You have many doggo forms. You have, I mean, I guess because of your ability, I guess your defense isn't that bad. 90 is pretty good. Same with HP is good enough. Okay, mid stats, but like, they're not the worst. I think this does seem like it's pretty well rounded. So, lots of normal moves, or pretty much only normal moves. So this thing wants to be a tank, but it can't really hit that hard, and like, even though it sounds well rounded, it doesn't really help that much against that power creep anyways. It probably wants to, I guess, Fairy. Just make a good defensive type, and then once you have a better, or I already think normals are pretty solid. That like, it's a pretty good like type defensively, or just very neutral. But like actually like doing that but better. Yeah. Probably for the best to make a Fairy. Alright, Meowstic. It doesn't have the other one here, which is a shame because the other one has Prankster, but I'm just gonna pretend like this is that. Since it says Prankster, I'm gonna assume that Dark is the way to go. That way it becomes immune to other Pranksters. That seems like to be most useful. Am I gonna bother looking at it more? No, I'm not. Because, if I don't make it that, this could be Fairy type. This is a Psychic type. You just make all Psychic types Fairy types. It's very boring. But you know what isn't boring? Aegislash. Oh, this is... This is a tough one. Aegislash, it's really hard and is really defensive. I don't really think there's like many coverage, because I don't think it really needs coverage. Because it hits pretty hard, and its types are already good defensively and offensively. So the question is just, is it better they use TERA Steel or TERA Ghost? And I'm leaning towards TERA Ghost. Because either using Special, hitting with a much harder Shadow Ball is just really nice, especially with you and Nasty put up. But Sword Stance might make it even more important, because that it hits harder with Shadow Sneak. Especially since I got the nerf for Gen 8. So I'm going to put Aegislash and Ghost. Aromatisse. This thing certainly ain't teasing anybody, that's for sure. Healer and Aroma Veil. Protects. Yeah, both these are useless. It has terrible or special attackers. I don't even know if I would. These are some of the weirdest stats I have ever seen on a Pokemon. I don't even know what to use. This is so weird. Like, I don't even know what this thing's like. I don't even know what... Do I just make this thing TERA Steel? Because I see Flash Cannon and I see Gyro Ball. I do not know what to do for this thing. I guess this Steel. That was weird. Now, Slurpuff. Sometimes you are used in Ubers. So, but the thing with Slurpuff is that it's usually just used to like die. So obviously you don't want to Tera it. That'd be like terrorizing or terrorizing. Terra typing your like Galvantula or like your like Shuckle or something. Doesn't make a lot of sense. If you had to though, what would you use on this? You probably just want to make a Terra Fairy because you also have like Misty Explosion. Just do as much damage as possible. I forget what your name is. Malamar, I think? Oh, wait, that's right, Contrary. I'm not even going to bother looking at its moves. I'm pretty sure you just want to use Superpower, because I know I had that for sure. Not to mention, Psychic Dark type. Oh, wait, Psychic Dark. You're weak to Fairy, that's probably your main... But no, Bug is your 4 times weakness. Okay, so no, there's still a good reason for that. Alright. Miracle. You Cell Smash, and then you have like water and rock moves. Like I know, like, so it's either do you want to make stronger and more consistent water moves to hit harder, or do you want to hit harder with rock? And even though Rock was consistent with stuff like Stone Edge, I'm assuming that's probably a higher reward. And you're already using Barbarical, so that's probably what you're after in the first place. Now, Dragoolage. It is a Dragon type, but it's also Poison, so it actually doesn't mind Fairy types that much. And it could probably handle them anyways. It has Fire, but it doesn't really help it. I feel like you just want to make this thing Terra Dragon, so it just, like, nukes everything with Draco Meteor. Alright, Coinster. You, or Claw Launcher? I forget what it's called. Qualizer. Okay, Mega Launcher. It pulse moves. Pretty good. Wow, that's actually a better special attack than I thought. So, Aura Spear, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, not Flash Cannon. This guy actually has more options than I thought. So as a water type, like what does he even use for? It doesn't have anything for water. It doesn't look like. Huh. You know, I feel like you probably want to make this in Terra Fighting then. I was originally going to say water, though I need stuff more with water. But it doesn't look like you have that. So you might as well make it probably the best offensive type in the game, that being fighting, and have like Stab Aura Spear. That sounds like it's pretty good. Helioptile. Helioptile I used to use a lot in Gen 8, like online single battles. He is a nice little fella. And he has Dry Skin, he's normal type. So that along with Airborne can give him a surprising amount of immunities. But speaking of Dry Skin, that's probably what we want to take advantage of. So let's see here. You can make him fire. Fire, rock, ground. Is that all that's weak to water? I think so. I might have to look him up anyway, just to see what his moves are. Helios. It also has Sandville. Okay, that is good to know. Discharge, Dragon Pulse, Fire Punch. Okay, that's weird. It also knows Serve, that's interesting. And Weather Ball. Okay, now I'm conflicted. This guy looks like... Or you wouldn't... You know, maybe you don't even... Okay, it's weird, because... Whatever, like... Oh, wait, Dry Skin! He was in the water! You don't even need to use it defensively. Okay, with Weather Ball, I think you just want to make this guy Terra Water. Yeah, that actually seems really, really good. Tyrantrum. Anyone who's been on my channel since the very beginning knows I have a bad history with this guy. Every time I use Head Smash, it just it bites me in the butt. But speaking of Head Smash, like, obviously, I have nothing to say, it just makes me sad. Now, Auroras. You have 2 4-times weaknesses to both Steel and Fighting. I was originally going to say make it Fairy, but I forgot it's also weak to Steel. Do you make this water? But then you're so weak to Grass. But I guess you have Ice moves, so I guess that isn't enough. Yeah, probably just water. And Sylveon is pretty straightforward, just TERA Fairy, because it already has Pixel Weight. So nuke everything in front of you. Show no mercy. Halucha. Let's see here. Are you probably like Unburdened? Or obviously Unburdened. You're not gonna use Halucha without Unburdened, but like Flying or Fighting stab more? Fighting is probably scarier, so that's probably what you want to go with. Alright, what's next? The Dene. Just a little guy. Let's see what the Dene has. The Dene. Cheek Pouch, pick up. Cheek Pouch is the only thing that's useful here. It has stats you would expect for a Pika clone. It does Grass now, which is nice. Also Sleep Bomb? And Trailblaze? Yeah, I was already considering like Grass solely just to give it a resistance to ground. But also it's like a mouse, it like always throws lots up in its cheeks. I think it makes sense with like the Grass moves it has defensively and thematically. So yeah, I think that works. Carbink. Grass or Rock Fairy. Probably just make it Steel, so it can just continue being a tank and doing whatever Carbinks do. That seems straightforward. Goodra. Goodra is like pretty good with like special attacks, and its defense is like I think it's either 100 or like a little less than 100, so not bad. My first thought is maybe like Fire, so it can hit really hard Fire Blast. It's no longer weak to Fairy and Ice. And it can handle its, yeah, it can handle, like, rock and ground types pretty, smoothly. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. It can also handle, water types, too, because that's, like, also has electric coverage. Klefki is a prankster. It already has the best typing in the game. If you ever were to transformize it, you would make it dark, so that it can't get, beat by other pranksters. Trevenant. I have no idea what you do. Naturcure, Frisk, Harvest. Alright, I don't think I need to see anymore. I think TERA Fire is probably the way to go. Harvest works better in the sun. Not to mention it being a grass type, it can handle all fire's weaknesses very well. Gourgeist is it the same thing? It's probably going to be the same thing, if I'm being honest. Not to mention the Jack Coin, so it works even better. Avalugg wants to be literally anything that isn't ice. And water probably works better for it than anything else. Or I guess there's Body Press. Yeah, let's go with Fighting as well. Or not Fighting as well, just Fighting. Now, what's your name? Noivern! I definitely didn't forget. Noivern. He goes that boom, 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 gotta get that boom, 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 gotta get that. He nukes with Boom Burst. So, like, I don't even, like, another thing I've seen, like, do I even, like, bother, like, obviously. That was weird English, but, like, yeah, moving on. Xerneas. You have Geomancy. And while you technically have coverage options like Thunder, let's be honest, you just want to nuke with Moonblast anyways. Nuke. Yavatal. If you're an MIGE fan, he is a much more interesting discussion. But I think all he just comes down to TERA Dark. Because, like, Sucker Punch knockoff Dark Pulse. Like, yeah, obviously. Now this one's weird. Zygarde. So 10% has pretty good speed, decent attack, and everything else is sort of meh. Aura Break is, what does this do? Pokemon active. The Fairy and Dark moves are weakened? Oh, so that's why, oh, so that's why he's, like, the main one of the trio. Literally for years now, I've always wondered, why the heck is Zygarde, like, supposed to be the strongest one of the life trio? When, like, both of his stabs are resisted by the others, and, like, he just loses to Xerneas. Granted, he probably still was to Xerneas, or this form, I don't know about the others. Oh no, because he can't use Aura Break without Power Construct, so... I don't know, it's complicated. But pretty good, stuff. You have Extreme Speed, but I'm not sure where he matters. Or how strong is Dragonite? 134 versus 130. Who else has Extreme Speed? Arcanine has 110, so not a big difference. Entei... Okay, I know when Noon hurts really hard. And Lucario is not much of a difference. I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, maybe he doesn't make normal. Why not? Like, if not, just Dragon or Ground, because it already has pretty good like offensive typings. Now, as for regular Zygarde, though, I guess you obviously want to use this with Power Construct instead of Aura Break. So you guys you just want to be really tanky, right? So probably Steel, I'm assuming. You probably just want to make this thing Steel, just to make it really bulky. Or actually, let's see. Steel is weak against Ground. Ground. Oh, why am I brain farting? Fire and Fighting. And then you can... Well, I guess grass types aren't super offensive anyways, and the ones that are, like, frail as heck. Yeah, probably Water. I think Water's better. I think I'll stay with Water. As for the final one, Zygarde Complete. You have Hoochie Mama. That's a really big the HP stat. And everything else is not as high as I expected. Slightly better. You have less speed. Slightly better. Wait, why does the attack go up when they're both base 100? That's weird. Your defense is the same, side by higher special attack. I guess for this complete, we'll just go over what we do if it's more offensive. Probably TERA Ground, because it has that move that like hits flying types anyways. That sounds pretty good. We're almost done, and this wasn't that bad at all. Diancie, only regular, not the Mega. Pretty good stats overall. Really weak against Steel, so you probably just want to make it or probably Water. Just make it more defensive. Hoopa, I'm assuming what is its signature move? Its signature move is, what's it called again? Hyperspace Fury? Hoopa! Sorry about that. Sometimes I get bored. Wow, that's actually really high. Special. Wow, that's... I don't know what I expected Hoopa Bound's stats to be, but these were definitely not it. Hyperspace Fury is physical. And it also has... fighting... You know, this thing would actually probably be a monster, being a bit fairy, so I'm probably just gonna go with that instead. I guess we go over the other Hoopa as well. These stats are also These are the stats that are natural decks rarely use. That is insane. I think for regular Hoop, I'll just make it Psychic, because why not? Seems like it can do pretty good as a Psychic type. Last but not least, we have Volcanion. And I'm not even going to bother looking. I'm assuming it probably does better as like a pure water type. Fire and water already pretty much cover each other's weaknesses for the most part. But I think you would rather not have to worry about like actually being weak to like ground and rock. Not to mention Stab, Scald, and Hydro Steam, or whatever it's called. That sounds pretty good. Like hitting hard with that sounds like it'd be really nice. But there we go. There is the best Terra type for every KALOS Pokemon. What did you think? Do you agree with the list? Do you think I'm stupid? Don't bother telling me that, because I'm not stupid. I am the smartest man ever in the universe. I will try to get back to doing daily uploads again. So thank you for being patient with me. I'll try to like make you guys happy in the future. And also try to do like other different types of like videos in the future. So like look forward to that. Until then, I'll see you next time.